Hey, and welcome back to the Talos Principle. There's still some reading to do, as always. A Dream of Aaru. Let's see, Blacksmith just posted something, attachment aaru.dlg. Okay, that means we are going to do that first before we're doing anything else in this. So, as always, probably a game, right? Adjusting library parameters. Close your eyes, A Dream of Aaru. I can dream credits. I'm gonna go for credits as always. You know me. Written by the Blacksmith, inspired by the book of the Scribe of Osiris. Create a system or be enslaved by another man's. I think I've heard the name Aaru before. I don't know. Probably going to figure that one out. It's not... No, like the Realm of the Dead was the Duat, right? I'm not misremembering that, right? Anyway. The last thing you remember is the great block of stone falling towards you. Its dark shape blotting out the sun, and a single thought racing through your mind. All this just to build a tomb. But now the pyramid is gone, and so are the other slaves. You are all alone in what appears to be an endless desert. No choice but to walk forward, I guess. I have a story about like walking in the digital desert, but I don't know if it fits here. You start walking across the desert, and the sun is glaring, but you feel no heat. You look down at your feet, and you see that you have no shadow. The ladder is particularly disquieting. You feel as if you were no longer anchored to the world. I guess I keep walking? That's just me, I don't go for prayer. You keep walking, trying not to think about the strangeness of your situation, but the truth comes to you anyway. You are dead. The stone block crushed you, and now you are in the Duat, trying to reunite your bar and your car, trying to get to Aaru, the reed fields of Osiris. Okay, that's probably where we probably had that name somewhere in like the previous texts. If you fail, your soul will be destroyed. I guess walk towards paradise if I only knew where paradise was, right? After walking for a very long time, you come upon a vast wall of iron. Isn't it just like the end? Stretching from horizon to horizon, there's only one opening, a gleaming gate of light. The gate is guarded by a mysterious figure. We learned about that we have like these walls of iron that you cannot cross, like as like physical borders, right? Like we had like the parallels to like this game, which I thought like really interesting. And the gleaming gate of light that's you go through for the tests, right? You know, comparable to like the purple gates we go through. Approach. The guardian is a creature with the body of a man and the head of a crocodile. Its skin is purest black, surrounded by a halo of purest white. I am the god Sobel, master of crocodiles, it intones. I ruled in Shedet when the world was young. Within me flows the eternal river. Answer my riddle and I shall let you pass. Part of me wants to refuse, but knowing the blacksmith, there's a chance that this is going to be deleted, so let's agree. Then tell me, mortal, what crawls in the morning, walks at noon, and limps in the night. Isn't it just like the classic, you know, man, you know, baby, man, and then like old person with like, you know, a blue whale, a solar-powered robot. Solar-powered robot actually also works, right? Crawling because you have like don't have the energy to like stabilize yourself, walks at noon because you have like the power, and limps at night. I mean, the classic answer is I think a human, right? Because like Moss said, seen something else. Yeah, correct. You may pass, says the crocodile god, and steps aside. I wanna say a robot next time. The barrier of light fades, and the gate is now open to you. Yep, step through, I guess. As you step through the gate, the ancient god raises his hands to the sky. From his mouth bursts forth the eternal river, drenching the land and water. Waves carry you away. Do I fight? I feel like I would fight. This is, I think, the instinct, right? Like I wouldn't go like, hey, this is clearly what the gods are doing. I'm just gonna fight. The waves are huge. The current's powerful. But your will to survive, even in this diminished capacity, is stronger. You stay above water, struggling for air, refusing to give in. After a long time, find yourself washed up on a new shore. Nothing to do but look around. The eternal river has brought life to the desert. Everything is green now. Palm trees sprout from the ground, casting pleasant shade on the grass. Lizards come crawling in from the desert, eager to catch the vari-colored dragonflies that buzz about. A soft wind blows from the west. Should we rest here? Are we done yet? I feel like we aren't quite done, right? Like, I would expect to be not alone here. I'm sure you don't want to rest. You're very tired. If I can just rest whenever, I can also rest later, right? Continue the journey. You walk along the banks of the eternal river. I mean, that's the issue with, like, eternity, right? Sneaking its way through the endless desert, you feel strangely at peace. After some time, as the sun is setting, you come to a city built on the riverbank. Smiling people come to greet you and bid you welcome. You are led to the town square where a great feast is prepared. There's roasted fish and olives and dates and honey and many other wonderful delicacies. I mean, I would still ask, right? Before I enjoy the feast. My friend, an elder says, you are in the beautiful city of Bazak. We, the souls who no longer seek the way to Aaru, have gathered here to live in peace. Do you see the gleaming spire in the far distance? You do. That is the pyramid of Ian. Oh, okay. Where the souls of the dead are judged. Only the worthy are allowed into Aaru. But to get there, you must cross the terrible desert. Why not stay here by the eternal river? Happiness is more important than salvation. This is actually... Okay, like, to me, I've mentioned this before, like, it's sometimes hard to, like, really think about, like, the spiritual, but, like, again, spiritual oftentimes is, like, or, like, these books and, like, these texts are oftentimes, like, metaphors also for, like, things in reality. And I think this is, like, kind of the idea that sometimes perfect is the enemy of good. Is it worth to, like, struggle so much more, because it seems like a lot more, just to reach, like, what might be perfect and might not be, if you could stay in the good, I guess. And I think this is a similar situation that they have here, right? They have a good thing going with Gehenna. But maybe the outside would be better. But it would probably be a struggle to reach it. Like, from their perspective. To be fair, like, I'm doing most of the struggling currently. Is it worth it? We are also tired. Is there, like, an option to just... should we take a break? That's, like, the next thing. If we take a break, do we lose the chance? I mean, you can always return, right? Like, if we don't like the other place, I would say keep going. Yeah. You tell the elder that you appreciate the offer, but you can't stay. Salvation matters more to you than happiness, because true happiness cannot exist without salvation. Again, like, I'm seeing it more as, like, is it worth to try to strive for perfection? And depending on what I'm working on in life, sometimes, yes, sometimes you just have to go for it, right? Like, sometimes you have to push yourself further than you thought that you could. Because if you're always staying where it's comfortable, I'm gonna say, like, you are not going to... Saying better yourself sounds like maybe a bit pretentious, but, like, you're not going to improve. Right? You could argue that we've already struggled until here, right? Like, maybe this is worth it. Is there a limit to that? Can we keep going? We do know that we are tired. We probably are hungry, right? Like, the thing is that I think is actually really interesting, because they talked about food before. And, like, how they don't quite understand it, right? Like, to the same extent that, like, we humans do, right? And so it's really interesting that they're talking about, like, a feast here. Does the blacksmith understand, like, the purpose of this feast? Like, really understand it? I don't know. I mean, I can only head towards the pyramid now. I already made my choice. You keep walking through the desert, unwilling to give up. Time passes, but you cannot tell how much. You grow weak and exhausted. Sometimes you feel as if you're losing your grip. One day you come across a head in the sand. I would not waste energy kicking the head. I would maybe talk to it. Hi, My name is Jeff. I am trapped here, you see, in the sand. Would I kick Jeff? Nah, let's ask first. As I was so preoccupied with whether I could that I didn't consider whether I should bury myself. I thought it was like about like whether I could reach the tower or whether I should reach it. I just wanted to see what would happen, an experiment, if you will, an attempt at discovering something. Are you done with your experiment? Like, I could obviously just kick you, but I feel like unburying the head would be nice, but maybe you don't want to be unburied. You dig in the sand with your fingers. It's not easy, but after some time, you have freed the head. However, what's underneath its neck is not what you expected. There's no body. There's only another head, and another, all the way down. The strange sight unsettles you enough to revive you a little. You decide to press onwards towards the pyramid. Okay, Jeff. Thanks, Jeff. Continue your journey. You come upon another great wall of iron, the last one separating you from the Pyramid of Ian, where your soul will be judged. The Gate of Light is guarded by a gigantic snake whose movement caused the earth to shudder. I am Apophis, it says, the eater of souls. One day I shall devour the sun, and all the world shall be mine. But today I shall devour you, and you shall become nothing. I don't know whether we can fight Apophis. We can at least laugh at him. Mainly because I feel like this is such a human reaction, and like the face of, I guess, an unsurmountable obstacle to laugh. I don't think we would surrender at this point. You start laughing at the snake's arrogance. I mean, come on. Deed of souls? That's just silly. What? You dare laugh at me? I am the Lord of Chaos. Pfft. How can Chaos have a lord when it's the very opposite of order? That's true. I am the world encircler, the serpent of darkness, the eternal enemy. As you keep laughing, the snake starts fading, until all that's left of it is a vague shadow. You step right through it, still giggling. It makes an annoyed sound, but has no power over you. Fair enough, I mean. I did not expect this to work that way. Head for the pyramid. At long last, you've arrived. Beyond the Pyramid of Ian lie the reed fields of Osiris. A hidden gate in the stone opens, beckoning you forward. Sure, let's check it out. You enter a dark room, lit only by a flickering candle. Holding the candle in one hand is a creature with the body of a man and the head of a jackal. In its other hand, it holds a set of scales. Come and be judged. Let Anubis judge me. You have struggled much in your life. There are many harsh memories within you, and I see wounds that may never fully heal. You have many ideas, many hopes, many dreams. You are not pure. Your soul is not light enough. You may not enter Aaru. You know what? We've already laughed at, the serpent before, so should we just walk past Anubis? I mean, this is literally like a metaphor again, right? Like for the whole situation. I think it's really fascinating for that. I'm just gonna say, Anubis in this case, Elohim. The previous serpent just being the serpent, right? Would I just accept that? Nah, I've struggled enough, right? Like, at this point, would I go back? No. Anubis protests, but you just walk by him. After what you've been through, you're not going to let some self-righteous doghead stop you from reaching paradise. You cannot do this! It is forbidden. Oh, really? You enter. The vast reed fields stretch before you. All is quiet. All is serene. There are no pyramids here, no walls of iron, or gates of light. No gods. Here, you are free. And alone. The end. I open my eyes. Congratulations for exploring this user-created world. You're entering Aaru. Your profile status has increased from 7 creative to 8 master. I am really going up those ranks. Like, I'm not even halfway done with the game, by the way. Restricted billboards threads have been unlocked. Oh no. Okay, there's no text yet, but I wanted to read about the dream of Aaru first. Oh wow, a new The Blacksmith experience. Exciting! I wish I could get you to answer some questions about your work. This is so full of evocative scenes. Love it. You're the best. I wish I could do a fraction of what you can. Enjoyment equal to... Gotta agree with Sam here. What a trip. I'm going to play this again. Has some weird references to previous works that are not entirely appropriate. Still excellent, 7 out of 10. Fair enough, it's a little bit higher than previously, right? You're a genius. Are you sure you don't want to participate in forum discussions? Gehenna could use more of your thoughts. Asmodeus, +1. Is there a hidden meaning? Deeply impressed once again. Can't wait for the next one. Made me lol. I mean, it also made me lol. Do I have time? I do have time. I wanna load this again and try like a few more options here. Let's dream again. So there are a few things that I want to try because we had like some options. I'm gonna maybe cut like slightly in between. First of all, what happens if I pray and not work? You fall to your knees and beseech the gods. Osiris, foremost of the Westerners. Hathor, mistress of the West. Hades, receiver of all, hear my prayer. Something enormous starts crawling out of the sands before you. I guess I'm waiting for it to rise. It could just be a sand shark, you know. From the depths of the sand rises a golden beast of many limbs, its body greater than any man, its claws sharper than any sword. I am the scorpion, it says in a terrible voice. Let's ask. Let's be polite about it. Your life has ended, the scorpion says. You are now in the Duat, the land of the Westerners. A great and difficult journey lies before you. If you face its challenges, you will reach the reed fields of Osiris, where your car shall be reunited with your bar. If not, your soul will be destroyed forever. Having shared its wisdom, the scorpion vanishes under the sand once more. Nice. I mean, nice that you are getting a guide, I guess. We reached the Wall of Iron, okay. And Sobel, the master... Let's refuse. The gods lift you up and... Wait, the god lifts you apart and tears you apart with a mighty crocodile jaw. Your soul has been destroyed. Rip me? Yeah, let's try again. I just want to see like some options. Let's pray, because we had like a few more options here. Run! You run until you can no run anymore. Frequently looking back, it seems the creature has not followed you. You keep walking, trying not to think about the strangeness of your situation, but the truth comes to you anyway. You are dead. The stone block crushed you, and you're... Yeah, okay. If fail, your soul will be destroyed. Okay, so there's just like a different answer. I guess you kind of can skip that one. Mysterious figure. I want to drown next time. That sounds so wrong. I'm still gonna, you know, do that. Also, I want to figure out if a solar-powered robot would work. Correct, you may... Does everything just work? Do you just have to answer something? Step through? Let the water take me. You let go of your fear and accept that this is the god's way of guiding you to a new land. The water surrounds you, overwhelms you, but you do not drown. Under the water, you see sights of astonishing beauty. Glowing fish with metal eyes, drowned cities full of smiling people, lost gods waiting for the days of awakening. How sad it would have been to stay above water and miss all of this. Fair enough. After a long time, you find yourself washed up on the shore. The eternal river? Yep. Rest in the shade. Sure, why not? Rest in the shade. You sit down under a palm tree and close your eyes. You tell yourself you will only rest for a moment, but your eyes fall shut. Drift off. You're awoken by a monkey that has just climbed out of the palm tree. It looks at you with strange expressions on its face. Punch the monkey. No, let's read for now. Read the monkey. It cannot speak the human tongue, but it can communicate in another way, using sign language. Ooh. The monkey explains that it is one of your ancestors. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, it spent a lifetime struggling against the harshness of the world, all so that its offspring could survive, in order to spend their own lives doing the same over and over, until one day you were born and lived and died. Another monkey would like to know, was it worth it? Just to see the underwater landscape? Maybe. Punch the monkey. Sure. The monkey thanks you for your words. You seem to have lifted a burden from its back, because suddenly it stands up straight. It hands you a sword and 2 golden coins. then tears off its monkey face, revealing the human skeleton beneath. "We are all one," the skeleton face speaks in its god voice. You wake up under the palm tree. The monkey's gone, but you still have the sword and the coins. Interesting. I mean, I still know that there's like this burial, I guess, tradition. I forgot where it was. It might have also been like an Egyptian one where you put like coins on like the eyes to like pay the ferryman. Might have been, right? Like, overalls were like also... Like, I thought just so it might have been Greek, but then again, like, since like the cultures around like the Mediterranean Sea kind of impacted each other, maybe there's like, you know, some influence from that. Continue the journey. You walk along, yeah, after some time you reach it, there's wonderful stuff. Just enjoy the feast. Yep, you truly enjoy the feast, without greed, without shame, as only the dead can. Then you fall into deep slumber in which you dream of the stars. When you awaken, the city has vanished. In the distance across the desert, you see the Pyramid of Ian, which is the gate to Aaru. I think this way to actually approach the story is actually really interesting to me. I'll talk about this like when I'm done, because I feel like I get what they're going for. Do I kick the head? Unwilling to give up hope. Time passes, you cannot tell how much. You grow weak and exhausted. Will I still talk to the head? Sure. I'm gonna have to go through here again. No, you know what? Let's kick it. You kick the strange head in its face. It makes you feel a lot better. Continue your journey. Okay. You come upon a great wall of iron. Now I'm going to be judged again. I am a prophet, it says, eater of souls. One day I shall devour the sun. Yeah, I can bribe him this time. I do have coins. I can also fight because I have the sword, right? Bribe. Bribe Apophis. You hand Apophis the golden coins you got from the monkey. Apophis examines them carefully. These coins have great power in the underworld, for they are the very coins that were placed upon the Creator's eyes when she died. I shall let you pass, and you need never fear me again, mortal. So I guess this is, yeah, they were placed upon the eyes. So this is definitely where that's coming from. At long last you have arrived. Yeah, step inside. And we get the... Let's kill Anubis. With a swift stroke of your weapon, you slice the jackal-head god in two. How dare you think he has the right to judge you or anyone? Paradise shall be open to all, or it is no paradise. Fair enough. And we do it. We reach Aaru. Okay, I thought this way to approach is really interesting, because like the previous path I made to reach like Paradise was faced with like a lot more struggle. And like kind of this... And this is like why I really like playing games like these multiple times. Like my first journey was basically about like seeing the goal and striving towards it, like pushing myself constantly. This one was about, I guess, enjoying the scenery in a way, right? We just kind of drifted and we still reached the end. It took probably a lot longer, but we also enjoyed ourselves more, right? We got to enjoy the feast, we got to dream a little bit, like, you know, sleep in the shade. We saw like the, you know, the underwater landscape. Great. Love it. Thank you for playing. Yeah, there are still threats. I'm gonna continue though, because there are like still a few options that I wanna try. I feel like most of them are going to be like very similar at this point. I say like very similar. There might just be like some secrets in there still. Start walking. And... I want to pray, wait for it to rise, and then I'm gonna worship the scorpion. You begin to worship the scorpion, but it interrupts you. I have no need for worship. I am eternal. I was before the beginning of time, and it shall be after its end. Argue semantics. You say, how can you exist before or after time? Does your very existence, your ability to act, not inherently mean that time continues to flow, that events follow upon events? You cannot understand, for you exist within time, the scorpion answers. Now I'm gonna keep arguing, I'm gonna be pedantic here. You consider the Scorpion's reply and respond thusly. But the definition of time as events following other events is relatively simple. How could you exist outside of this? Unless you mean that you would exist in purely physical terms as matter, but so would I, even if you tore me apart. In either case, there's no real difference without the ability to act. Action and time are essentially the same thing. Okay, in a way, sure, but only if you also include like unconscious action. I'm gonna call it, right? Like think about molecules moving around. Those are also actions, right? And they're like impacting each other and stuff. And this is also like there's like causality in there, but there's like no, you know what I mean. I was kind of interrupted by like the next sense of I was speaking metaphorically. The Scorpion growls. I just wanted to say, like, basically, this does also have to be counted because otherwise, like, there probably was something before, like, consciousness. Press the matter. But look, you say, how can time be understood as a metaphor in this case? I meant the history of your world. But my world is only one of many, correct? Yes, there are other worlds. Then the metaphor hardly makes sense. Time is not what defines my world. Spaces. You could have said something about existing before and after my world, or realm, or even universe if you prefer. But time is actually something all these worlds have in common. Look, I'm sorry, I was just trying to sound impressive, okay? Basically, you're dead, and you have to travel across the Duat in order to reach the paradise of Aaru. Good luck. I have no idea, if that was wise, but sure. Having shared its wisdoms, the Scorpion vanishes under the sand once more. Sure, let's start walking. Approach, I wanna get tested on like other things here. I can't refuse because if I refuse I'm gonna get torn apart. A crocodile, a blue whale. A blue whale! God lifts you off and... okay, sure. Let's try again. I just wanna see if like a crocodile also has like the same answer. They probably is going to still destroy me, but like I like that there are like two answers actually for this. Approach. Sobel, yeah, agree. I'm gonna say crocodile, I'm gonna die, right? Yeah. Mighty crocodile jaw. Telling me that, Sobel is never going to, limp at night. Too bad. Alright then. Start walking. And just as before, I'm just gonna try like all of the options that I can find. Walk towards the paradise. Approach. Talking about the solar-powered robot. And water take me, sure, it doesn't actually matter here. I'm gonna reach that, look around. I'm gonna punch the monkey. Rest inside the it sounds like, I know it's like an option, but like it always sounds like so bad when I say that. Pet the monkey? That's weird. Punch the monkey. You punch the monkey in the face as hard as you can, knocking it out. It drops like a sack of potatoes. Rob the monkey. You loot the monkey's body, discovering a sword and 2 gold coins. I didn't want to eat it right now, but sure. Where am I? Maybe I have like more options than I have coins. Happiness is more important. Now let's keep going. Oh wait, I did that before, right? Yeah. Too bad. I'm gonna have to go through there and, I don't know, eat the monkey first. Talk to the hat. Also, it ended up here. I just want to kick it at the end. Yeah, let's kick it now. You feel better. Okay, fair enough. I don't know. It's people that apparently hate Jeff. Fight Apophis. Sure. You cannot be... wait. Apophis cannot be fought by mere mortals. The snake's jaw claws around you, crushing you, tearing you apart. Rip me. I'm gonna surrender next time. But I guess I'm gonna just die, right? After I eat the monkey. Keep walking. Yeah, like some quicker options, right? Walk towards the paradise. Approach. And I agree. Solar-powered robot. Step through. Stay afloat. It's, I think, shorter text. Look around. And rest in the shade. Drift off. Maybe I should pet the monkey first. Sure, let's pet the monkey. You pet the monkey. Its fur softer than it looks. Almost like hair. The monkey purrs contentedly and curls up in your arms. As you hold the monkey in your arms, it starts transforming, becoming more and more human, but also growing smaller. By the time it looks like a human baby, it's so small that it falls through your belly button. You're not pregnant. What? Is that... Sure, that's how pregnancies work, right? Like, clearly. You walk along the river, yeah. Where am I? I don't think it makes like much of a difference. Like, if they are explaining it, then you can still stay here, right? You decided... Okay, this is actually deciding to abandon the quest. You decide to abandon the quest for Aaru and stay in Bazak. Life here is indeed beautiful. The days pass without worry or fear. You never need to think about anything. Slowly, day by day, the eternal river dries up. Maybe it was just a name. You try to get back to your journey, but it's too late. You're not used to traveling anymore, and there's just not enough water. You perish in the desert. Rip me and the baby! Baby didn't even get born, even though we stayed there for so long. Can't believe this. Guys, it's time to punch the monkey. Punch the monkey. And now I'm eating the monkey. You devour the monkey. Its skin, its fur, its flesh, its brain, its teeth, its bones, even its soul. There's nothing left of the monkey that is not part of you. The monkey is you. You are the monkey. You just continue, I guess. After some time in the setting, the city, nothing seems to have changed. Where am I? I'm gonna just leave. Ian, keep going. You tell the elder that you appreciate the offer. Yep. Head there. You keep walking through the desert, unwilling to give up hope. Time passes, but you cannot tell how much. One day you come across a head kitty. Yeah, I'm just gonna kick it. Continue your journey. And we reach the Great Wall, and I wanna surrender this time? Accept your fate. The snake's jaw claws around you, crushing you, tearing you apart. It's not a quick end. Not that fun. Okay, one last thing, I guess. If I bring the monkey into paradise, should I go back? That's such a weird question. Should I go there, you know, eating the monkey, or should I go there pregnant? I guess pregnant seems like more of a new solution. I definitely didn't just like misclick and eat the monkey, but I'm gonna just eat the monkey and, you know, do the same thing, and I'm gonna repeat it again afterwards. Wait, there's another option. Am I for Eat of Souls, yeah, but like we have to climb the wall options. It's something we have not done before. Oh wait, because we are a monkey now, right? Climb the wall! It is good that you are a monkey, because monkeys can climb. Straight over the wall of iron, ignoring the gate of light. Apophis shall not have his meal today. Interesting. And that's actually an option. Step inside. I feel like now that I've eaten the monkey, I don't think Anubis will like that. Wait a second. There are many harsh memories within you, and I see wounds that may never fully heal. You have many ideas, many hopes, many dreams. You're not pure. I'm just gonna accept that, I guess, for this time. Anubis tears out your heart and casts it into the lake of fire, where it is eaten by Amit, the devourer of the dead. Fair enough. Now I guess the pregnant... Wait a second. Oh yeah, I just completely misread it. I thought like the tomb was new, but no, it's not new. Anyway, pregnant monkey story. Petting the monkey. There's technically one more option I have to test, like at least one more, because I have to still talk to the monkey again. I'm not pregnant, no. Regana narrative. I don't know. Alright, now I can fight the Apophis, surrender, or like laugh. I'm gonna just laugh again. So laughing, oh no, eternal enemy! As you keep laughing, you're still giggling, you're just going through there. And I have arrived. Step inside. You enter the dark room, lit only by a flickering candle. Yeah. And I am here to be judged. Maybe, you know, No, I'm getting judged the same way. Walk past Anubis. Anubis protests. No, it is forbidden. Yeah, I'm just gonna enter Aaru. The vast reed field stretched before you. All is quiet, all is serene. There are no pyramids here, no walls of iron, no gods. Suddenly your head begins to hurt. You had forgotten that you were pregnant. The pain gets more and more intense until your skull bursts apart and your daughter comes forth. You've given birth to humanity. That's... You know what? I guess I have really skipped biology class, because I have no idea how pregnancies work, apparently. Anyway, there's like something else I need to do real quick. And that is to go for like a bit more of the conversation. It's time to greet the monkey again. I cannot speak the human tongue, but we can talk. Say, was it worth it? I say no. What if it wasn't worth it? You say no. The monkey is enraged. Attacks you with a sharp sword that seems to have appeared out of nowhere. The blade cuts you in half. Your sword has been destroyed. Rip me. I'm not gonna try again though. Thank you for playing A Dream of Aaru. These are the threats available. I guess nothing new has happened, but I'm just gonna exit here, I guess. Next time I'm here, also, A Dreamer's Tale. Finish A Dream of Aaru in Road to Gehenna. New achievement! Love it. I'm guessing now if I... I'm not gonna open it again, but technically we did increase in rank. But I'm gonna end the episode here in a moment. But there's one thing I wanted to try. What happens if I jump over here?
This is not the game you're looking for.
It sure isn't the game I'm looking for. But I wanted to say, like, this makes... Shut up. This makes so much more sense. Like I mentioned before, like there was like this one reference that I thought might have been Portal, but this kind of confirms it to me that this probably was, like, the moon probably was, like, related to Portal. Yeah, continue talking. Funnily enough, I've never played the second one, at least not the single player campaign. Maybe one day, you know, one day on this channel, who knows. But yeah, I'm not really sure. How many stars are still missing? Isn't there like 1 star per area, technically? Is there like a note here that tells me? There are still 2 stars. I know about this one, and there's also the last puzzle. So there's definitely one missing that I don't know how to get. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just like out in the open. But it could also be like part of one of the puzzles where there wasn't one. Was there a star? No, there wasn't a star there or there. So we had like a star in the connected ones over there. Ugh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Sign, please. I'm just thinking about like what to do next, basically. But like we still have like this area here. There's like 1 star in there, and it should be not too hard to get. Just because I have to go up there to get the key anyway, right? But where's the last one? Might be a bit more of a search. But then again, I think in the first area there was like another star that I'm also missing. So I'm like not too worried about like missing them currently. Like at some point I'm gonna probably figure it out. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed the episode and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you next time. Till then, have a good one and bye bye.